Hi guys, I hope that you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Long time no see. I have missed you guys terribly. As many of you know, I am currently taking the month of January off to get my schedule under control, but I figured in the meantime, I wanted to share some of the items that I picked up during for the Louis Vuitton Takashi Murakami collab. So hopefully this is part one of two. The last item has not arrived, but I am crossing my fingers, my eyes, my toes, everything that it does come through, and I'm able to share that with you guys as well. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about. First of all, it's Takashi Murakami, right? And second of all, I haven't talked to you guys in a while, so I imagine that this video is going to get super chatty, so be prepared. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? I feel like I'm kind of rusty. My goodness, it's only been what, like a month or like 3 weeks since I've seen you guys? Anyways, okay, so I do have 2 bags and 2 small leather goods. I'm gonna start off with the small leather goods first and then work my way up to the handbags. And I also wanted to discuss some other things that have come up with this whole launch and everything that's been going on. I'm probably the last person to get on here and share my items with you, but I figured better late than never. Okay, so like I said, let's begin with the small leather goods. And I'm going to show you guys the packaging that I got as well, because I feel like that's kind of important when it comes to this particular launch. Okay, so the first item, and I did deconstruct everything because I'm not going to sit here forever and just take everything apart. But anyways, so the first item came with the ribbon and the tag as well as the sticker, which I was super happy about. 3 of these items I did get to pre-order the first week of December, and I also picked up 2 items on launch day. And I actually, the 3 items that I pre-ordered in December, those arrived the day after the launch, which I was super surprised. I didn't anticipate them coming that quickly, but I was really happy that it came with this type of packaging. So I didn't get a shopping bag, and I didn't get the, what's it called? The beautiful tissue paper, the beautiful tissue paper. But anyways, like I said, we will talk about that a little bit later. So I love this. I love this because you have these little stickers. I'm sure you guys have seen these already. Like I said, I'm very late to the game on this, but I love the stickers. Am I going to use them? Absolutely not. All right, absolutely not. I'm probably just going to put them in my agenda. So there's that. So the first item here is the dust bag, and I picked up the flat card holder in the multicolor white. I love this. I thought for a moment, I was like, okay, I definitely don't need any more flat card holders. But at the same time, I was like, I can use this in my bigger bags. I can use this in my smaller bags and have a little bit more color within the contents of my handbag, right? So I was like, yes, go for it. I think that this is so beautiful. I love that you have this beautiful bright fuchsia popping up or popping up. See, even my vocabulary is like all over the place. So here is the SKU and the little tag, but there we go. I absolutely love it. The moment that I saw it, I'm not going to say that I cried, but I don't know about you guys, but I felt like it was such a full circle moment for me, because the multicolor collection, when it first launched way back in the day, is definitely one of the things that glued me to this fashion house. So to see it come back and have them introduce some new styles and just some of the things that they had back then, I don't know. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Let me know if you guys felt the same way, or if you feel the same way about this collection. But anyways, let's get back to the card holder. So it's just a simple card holder. There's not really much to go into detail. It does say Louis Vuitton Murakami, made in Spain, 20-year anniversary on the inside right there. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it, but there we go. I love the colors. It's like, I don't know, right? I feel like I could sit here and talk about this forever and a day. But the flat card holders, let me set that aside. And because of my schedule, I haven't had a chance to really play around with my items. So I'm like, I need to talk to you guys. Okay, so the second item here is the box that it came in. Again, the tag, the ribbon, and the little stickers, which I was very happy about. Here it is in the dust bag, because it was between this and another one. And I snagged, this is so freaking cute, I snagged the Louis Vuitton micro pochette in the multicolor white. This is ridiculously cute. I am obsessed. And you guys know, I've definitely been feeling the whole bag charm lately. I am super, super late to the game on that aspect as well. But I just thought that this was so adorable. Look at this. It's like teeny tiny. And I love that it comes with, it has the tag still attached. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to really play around with these items too much. But here is the SKU, or the tag, I should say. So here is the the D-ring, and then you have a little bit of leather there. And then on the inside, it is just, it has the microfiber, and it's just one little open compartment. Look at this. It fits, look at, there goes my voice. Oh my God, getting so annoying. But it fits in the palm of my hand. This is adorable. So this one says Louis Vuitton, Murakami, made in Italy, 20-year anniversary celebration. But there we go. The first thing that I did, I was like, does my key fob fit in here? And it does. My key fob fits in here, which I'm super happy about. But I imagine like little lipsticks will fit in here. My house keys will fit in here. I don't know. I'm definitely very excited to play around with this, but I think it is so, so beautiful. Now, one thing to note is that the canvas on this is very different from the card holder, because I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell or not, but the canvas, it almost looks like it's a little bit fuzzy. And when I was on the Purse Forum, a big shout out to all my peeps at the Purse Forum, because they definitely helped to keep my sanity during these last 3 weeks or this last month, especially when it came to this collection. But a lot of people were saying that the reason why they kind of made it look, it's almost like it's matte, it's almost like, not fuzzy, but it's almost like this guy has the multicolor that's easy to chip, whereas this one, it's almost like it's ingrained in the canvas. So plus the monogram is a little bit bigger, as you guys can see there. So I kind of like it, especially if it helps to the longevity of the item, because a lot of these items do sometimes end up chipping as time goes by. And I know that a lot of people had also said that they added a different type of clear coating to prevent that from happening, like they did in the first collection. So of course, only time will tell, because these have a little bit more sheen. They're a little bit shinier, which again, I'm not mad at. Anything to add to these items wearing fabulously for long periods of time, I think is absolutely amazing. But once again, let me bring it up so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I will include a picture so you guys can see this a little bit better, because I know that sometimes my camera sucks. But to give you guys a better idea as far as the size goes, so there's a micro pochette, there is the key pouch. Look at that. This thing is teeny tiny. It's so cute. Look at that. Ah! And then of course you have the mini pochette as a comparison. I mean, it's cute. It's super, like, stupid cute, but I don't think it's useless either, which I really like, because I don't have time and I don't have the patience for tiny and useless anymore. No, I need something that I'm actually going to be able to use. Plus, come on, it's a bag charm, you know? It's not supposed to fit everything in the kitchen sink, but if it does, I mean, I'm not going to be mad at it. You know what I mean? So I am all for it, but this is so cute. I thought it would have been really cute if they would have put, like, something on here on this little tab. It looks like it's a little bit naked. I don't know, but it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. Now, when it came to the handbags, I actually had 6 on my wish list when I submitted it to my CA. And she's like, okay, out of all of these, which one is the one that you want the most? I was like, honestly, any one of them. I would be happy with any one of them. I didn't know if I'd be able to get any of them, especially because I had no idea that I was even on the pre-order list. I didn't even know how I came up on that list by any means whatsoever. So I was like, any one of those 6 would be great. And if I can't get any of those, and so be it, it is what it is type of thing. And maybe I'll get lucky, you know, when launch day comes, if I'm able to get something else. But out of those 6, I got 1 because by the time she got to me, she's like, the other 5 were completely gone. They were sold out. I was like, okay. She said, but don't worry, there might be a chance that you might be able to get others on launch day. So anyways, like I said, this one was pre-ordered, and it did come just like the other 2 small leather goods. So with the ribbon, the little tag, and of course the stickers. Right. And I kind of contemplated about not keeping this before I even opened it. Like while I was waiting from December to launch day, I was like, I don't know. I already have one. I mean, it's not going to be the same, obviously, but I was like, I don't know. I want something a little bit different. So I was like, maybe when I get it, if it's not really what I thought it would be, then I'll just, send it back or what have you. But the moment that I opened it, I was like, no, I'm keeping it. I'm definitely keeping it. But here it is in the dust bag. And any guesses? I picked up the Louis Vuitton Alma BB in the multicolor white. First of all, you guys know how I love the Alma BB. The moment I saw this, I was like, oh my God, you are crazy for even thinking about not keeping this bag. It's like super, super cute. I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And I love the bow detail. That's definitely one thing that really attracted me to this bag the most was the bow detail. But here is the tag. Hang on. I am failing today. But there is the tag. And there goes my camera getting super dark. Awesome. What a great way for an unboxing, right? But it also comes with, you have the removable, non-adjustable strap. It would have been amazing if they would have done these to be adjustable, right? But there we go. Super, super light leather. And then, of course, you have the lock as well. And I love that they included an extra little bag for the lock. So there's a locking key in there. I don't want to open it up, especially because I don't really like to I don't like to use my lock on the Alma BB. I think because when it moves around, it just goes clunk, 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 so I definitely don't want that, especially on this guy. But here it is on the inside. You have that beautiful beige microfiber, and then there is a tag. This one is made in France, and you have one little slip pocket there. But I absolutely love it. Now, a couple of things. First and foremost, the zippers on this Alma, look at how large they are. I absolutely love that. I think that is such a great little detail because when you compare it, hang on, when you compare it to the zipper pulls of this Alma, look at the difference. Huge. They are way bigger. I like that because it makes it look gaudier. I don't know. You guys know how I am when it comes to this type of hardware. But I look at that. They're so big. They're oversized and I don't know. I think it really adds to it. So if I was to add the lock on here, I think it'd be too much. So I like that you can remove the little bow on there as well. Another thing is that I absolutely love that they have the beige interior, the beige microfiber lining instead of the red Alcantara lining that the originals had. As beautiful as as amazing as that red lining was on the OG pieces, it also caused the bleeding to come through on the multicolor white, which I, of course, am not a fan of. I think a lot of people here are not a fan of that, right? The fact that they switched it to beige, I think is wonderful. Another thing, though, is that you have this like super, super bright white fabric that's holding the zipper. It almost makes this multicolor look a little yellowish in certain lights. And I just think it's so it's so bam, it's so in your face. And I feel like this will get dirty very, very easily. Whereas with I noticed that on the high-rise bum bag, that has beige on the zipper part. And I'm just like, why couldn't they incorporate beige on all of the pieces? I feel like that would help it to age a lot better versus the bright white. So it's kind of like some pieces have this, some pieces don't. I don't know, but it's just one of those things that I noticed. I was like, oh my God, that's really, really, really white. But you have the Louis Vuitton engraved on almost every single part of this hardware. And I actually don't mind the flattened studs. I know that the originals had the little the studs that kind of had that little peak, but I don't mind these flattened out. And then you have a little ring on here so you can add the keys on there if you want to add the lock right here, if you want to add the lock right there. I like that you have different options. Again, not that I'm going to use the lock on the exterior of it, but I think that it's pretty cool that you have that option, right? But I think it's beautiful. I think that this is going to be fabulous for spring and summer, and I cannot wait until this leather starts to patina, because once it has a honey golden patina, I think that this multicolor white is just going to sing even louder. So I am stoked about this little guy. Okay, so let's move on to the last item. The last item arrived in this box right here. It just has the regular packaging. So obviously no special ribbon, no stickers, nothing like that. And this arrived the Monday after the launch. But when I opened up the package, I was pissed because the bag that I got was too big for this box. So they actually just crammed it in here. When I took the bag out of here, I noticed that it was full of creases. It was full of wrinkles. I was super, super irate because I'm like, dude, especially with a collection like this, like the carelessness to just throw it in there like not a big deal, like you're just buying a stick of bubble gum, just absolutely pissed me off beyond anything else. I don't know. It just, maybe it's because I was anticipating the whole thing, but either way, I mean, regardless, whether it's Louis Vuitton or any other company, I feel like you have to be just, you know, the whole presentation of something, or just, I know that people want to get their items quickly, but I would rather them take a little bit longer and package it properly for me to get the item the way that it's supposed to be, instead of just kind of like stuffing it into a bag and just like, okay, let's get them out, like pumping them out as fast as they can. It's like, dude, no. Again, we are not buying a stick of bubblegum. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Did you guys get any items that were just poorly packaged? It just felt like they were throwing them in the box? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know some people are going to be like, oh my God, that's so trivial. Like that's not a big deal. It is a big deal. It is a big deal to me. Again, maybe I'm just by myself on this, but it is what it is. But anyways, let's move on, shall we? As you guys can see, I have some thoughts, all right? I have some thoughts. But here it is in the dust bag, and you guys are going to be like, oh my God, again. I picked up the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25 bandolier in the multicolor white. Here is the tag. Hang on. There it is. And this one has Louis Vuitton Paris written right there. Again, you have Louis Vuitton engraved on all of the hardware. I just think that this bag is so beautiful. And then, of course, you do have that very smooth zip. You also have that bright white at the top, kind of like what I talked about with the Alma. So I imagine that the wear, or like you're going to be able to see a lot of the wear on there very quickly or very easily. So you do have a removable, non-adjustable crossbody / longer shoulder strap. I wonder why they decided to not make this adjustable like they do their bandoliers. That's kind of interesting. All right, and then you also have the little bow detail that came with this one. There's something about this bow detail that just also drew me in. I think it's so beautiful. I love it. And again, you have the little key ring here for the keys. I think it's gorgeous. And I love that you can remove it as well. So if you wanted to add it to a different bag, so be it, you know? And then of course I have the lock and key in here as well. And then on the inside, you have that gorgeous microfiber lining, one slip pocket, and this one says made in France, the 20-year anniversary celebration, Louis Vuitton and Murakami. There we go. I love it. I absolutely love it. I am just, oh, I think it's amazing. I brought down my Petite Noé in the multicolor Blanc because I had someone ask if I felt that there was a major difference between the weight or between the lining between these two. So you have the OG and you have the new one. In general, the OG pieces definitely feel like they have that thicker canvas, that thicker lining. And I never heard about the canvas cracking on any of the multicolor pieces on the originals. Did you guys? If you have, let me know in the comment section down below. So you can feel the difference between the two. This one feels a lot more lightweight. It doesn't feel flimsy, not in my opinion. It doesn't feel flimsy, but you can feel that this one has a little bit more, it's a little bit thicker, and it also makes the bags a little bit heavier as well. Not in a bad way either. I like that. I feel like with the old ones, you can feel that quality, you know, and you guys have heard me talk about the old school canvas. You can feel the thickness of it. And some of the pieces were prone to cracking because of the thickness of the canvas. But again, I don't recall recall hearing anything happen on the multicolor pieces. I could be wrong. But this one, again, feels very lightweight. So I think these will be a lot easier to use for extended periods of time. And I am absolutely in love with the beige microfiber lining because I do not have to worry about any type of bleeding whatsoever. The only thing, again, is the fact that you do have this, this white fabric, this stark, bright white, like chiclet teeth type of fabric going on here that I feel like might get very dirty very quickly, especially on a zipper part. So it's almost like they fix one thing and then, you know, there's another little detail that might end up wearing funky as time goes by. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It might end up wearing fabulously, you know, but only time will tell. I also had someone ask if I had any issues with any type of quality control on the pieces that I snagged. As of right now, I haven't noticed any quality control issues. I know some people had mentioned that the microfiber lining in some of their bags was a little too loose. It was a little wonky. I have not noticed that either on the Speedy or on the Alma, and I haven't noticed it in the little micro pochette either. Not like you will on something that small, but still, I just wanted to point that out just in case. So I went through these items with a fine-tooth comb when I first got them, and I have not seen anything whatsoever. So everything it looks like it's the way that it should be. You know, but if I find anything that's off, I will definitely let you guys know. As many of you guys know, I did have the OG Classic Speedy 30 in the multicolor white that I picked up while we were in Paris. And that bag was like my end all be all when it came to Louis Vuitton. I was obsessed with it, but at the same time, I was terrified. I didn't want to use it. I kept it in this bubble and I no longer own it. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go for it. I have to go for it, especially because it was the 25 and it was the bandolier. Nowadays, I'm a lot more relaxed when it comes to my collection. I don't keep bags in bubbles. I'm not like terrified about every little stain or anything like that. No. This time we are going to do it right, 100%. And even though I did like the front pocket on the original, at the same time, I like that this doesn't have the pocket. I think that they revamped it in a modern type of way without taking too much away from the original, even though they are different sizes, of course. But I still think it's beautiful. I think it just adds a little bit more simplicity to it. And you have the feet. I mean, come on, you have the feet. You have the chunky feet. When I saw that on there, I was like, it brought a tear to my eye. I was like, this is amazing, absolutely amazing. So I was super stoked about that. And then again, you do have the chunky hardware on the zipper here, or not the chunky hardware, but not like super oversized hardware either. But I like that these are a little bit larger because we all know how I feel about chunky, like thicker hardware. I am so here for it. But I just think it is gorgeous. I feel kind of lightheaded, to be honest, as I'm holding this bag because I am so excited. I am like ridiculously happy about it. I can't wait till these feet have some character as well, some scratches, some whatnot, because I don't want this bag to look like cookie cutter, pristine. Definitely not. I made that mistake once. I will never do it again. Absolutely not. I'm going to use this bag and enjoy it to the fullest. You know, if I get some stains on there, then it is what it is. Now, when it comes to, like I said, this is hopefully part 1 of 2. The other item that I ordered, again, on launch day, it was supposed to arrive, it had like a lead time 2 weeks ago of 4 days. Obviously, that day never came. And my CA actually reached out, I think it was probably last week, and she said that some of the orders should be shipped out the last week of January, if not the first week of February. I'm hoping that's the case. This last item that I'm waiting for has just driven me nuts more than any bag I have ever purchased in my life. And I'm just like, oh, I hope it gets here. So again, I am crossing my fingers, toes, and everything that it does come through and I'm able to share that with you guys. But let's talk about the packaging because I feel like there's a lot of things that there's a lot of inconsistencies when it came to this collection. I, for one, was very disappointed to see that the packaging wasn't across the board, considering that they also have the special packaging plastered on every single item that's multicolor, you know, online. So it's like if you're going through the pictures, if they have that special packaging, it's almost like, hey, this is the type of packaging that you're gonna get. And to not come through with that, I feel like it's such a letdown, you know. And again, I think a lot of people might think, oh my God, it's so trivial. It's just a piece of paper. It's just this, it's just that. It's like, no, if you have it, it has nothing to do with that. Absolutely not. Because if you have something, especially on a web page, and what, you know, the type of packaging that you're going to get, or when you have it on every single item, it's like, how can you not think that it's going to come with that? You know what I mean? Like if they said that the special packaging was only going to be for influencers and celebrities, I'd be like, okay, you know, it is what it is, and we'll get this stuff. You know, it doesn't bother me. But when you have something just noting, hey, this type of packaging is just kind of throwing it into your face, it's kind of like, it's a letdown when you open it up and there's nothing. You know, I'm lucky that I was able to get some of the packaging, the special packaging. There's people that didn't get anything. You know, there's people that got everything, that got the tissue paper and all that other good stuff. I just wish it wasn't so inconsistent. I feel like it would have been so amazing, and it would have made the experience so much better if everything was the same across the board, you know, and it was, especially because of this collection, especially because they absolutely knew that, you know, people from, you know, the OG to now were anticipated. This was a highly anticipated launch, and for it to kind of fall through on some things, it's just kind of a letdown, you know. It's kind of a letdown because, again, it adds to the whole experience. And it's like, it's a piece of paper, it's a piece of wrapping paper, it's a piece of ribbon, you know. It's like, it's something so small that can add such magnitude to an experience that it would have been nice if that would have, you know, been handled a little bit better. But I know that there's a lot of other issues when it came to this launch, especially here in the United States. I know that a lot of people that had pre-orders back in December are still waiting for their orders today. I'm just like, especially when you see that pre-orders aren't being fulfilled before the items that were purchased on launch day. It's like, again, that's such an inconsistency. You know, so I can imagine the frustration when you put in an order and it's like, hey, you know, you're thinking you're going to get it first, especially because you're the first ones to put the orders in, and that wasn't the case. So it's just, I really hope that with their next two phases of Murakami, the cherries and the cherry blossoms, I really hope that it's handled a little bit better, and that, you know, everything is consistent across the board. Maybe they saw how this went and they'll be able to take note, okay, this is what we should do, this is what we shouldn't do, type of thing. I don't know. But once I start to play around with these items, I will definitely keep you guys posted and let you know what they fit, especially when it comes to that little micro pochette. But what about you guys? Did you snag anything from the Murakami collection? If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Or are you waiting for the cherry and the cherry blossoms that's coming in the next couple of months? But for those of you that did snag some items, major congratulations. How are you enjoying them? Are they everything that you anticipated that they would be, or is there something to look out for? Let me know that as well. I want to know everything, okay? Like I told you guys in the beginning, I have missed you terribly. I haven't talked with anyone in my regular life about any of these items, so I was dying, all right? I was dying. I was like, I need to talk to my people about these items because no one else will get it, especially when it comes to the packaging. No, everyone else will be like, so what? It's just a box. It's just this, you know? But no, I know you guys get it. I know for a fact you guys get it because you're the only ones that do. You know what I mean? You're the only ones that do. And for that, I am forever grateful. But again, I want to know everything, the good, the bad, everything that is included. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I will continue to put videos out here and there. Like I said, I'm still working on my schedule, but yeah, I mean, I need an outlet to talk about these items. Otherwise, I'm gonna go nuts, you know? But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day.